Frequently asked beer questions. And happy opening day, by the way.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
So, I was tagged in a very fun video by the amazing beer tuber by the name of Tasting Nitch. If you are not following her channel on YouTube, you need to. I will leave a link in the description to her channel. She's awesome. She has really fun content, and she's super beer geeky, and I've learned a lot from watching her videos. So she decided I think it was last week, Friday, to upload a video called Frequently Asked Beer Questions. And the rules were you were going to ask or answer 9 questions, and then you had to tag 5 people, and they have to upload a video answering these questions. Kind of like bringing community to the beer tubing world, and just kind of checking out these answers to these cool questions. So she tagged me, and I am much obliged to make this video. So question number 1, how did you get into beer? How did I get into beer? Craft beer specifically? I got into beer in high school. My sister, I have an older sister, she's 2 years older than me, and her friends used to come over to our house, and they would bring beer, and they would be like, hey, you want to try some beer? And I tried it, and I hated beer for the longest time. How I got specifically into craft beer is basically living in Southern California. I moved down here in '99 to go to school, and then when I was done going to school, just living with roommates, they used to buy Stone beer all the time, so I started drinking it, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I would just say through friends. I mean, my dad was always a beer drinker, not a craft beer drinker until just I don't know, in the last 5 or so years, 6 or so years. So I was always around it. I got into craft beer through friends, roommates. I remember I actually might have drank some craft beer in the dorms in college, but I can't remember. I don't know. Question number 2, what is your favorite beer? You guys know my favorite beer is Green from Treehouse. That beer I had 2 years ago, actually just uploaded a video about that, and it blew my mind. It made me realize that Galaxy hops are my favorite hop, and that hazy beer was an amazing thing. So yeah, Green from Treehouse is my favorite beer. I love a lot of beer though, but that's my favorite. Question number 3, if you could have one beer forever, what would it be? So this is a really good question, and it's a hard question to answer because you can only have one beer for the rest of your life. Like, do you pick something amazing? Like, SR71, probably the best beer I've ever had, but could I really have that every day for the rest of my life? Like, if that's the only beer I could drink, would I want to drink that in the summertime when it's really hot, like at a barbecue? No. The answer might surprise people. It would probably be something like 394 from AleSmith, or something like Fortunate Islands from Modern Times. Something that's kind of a lower alcohol beer, but it's really refreshing. Those beers are always super refreshing. It's funny to say that Green is my favorite beer, but it wouldn't be my forever beer. I could see myself getting sick of that beer, which sounds insane, but I really could. I mean, I've gone through periods, I've talked about it, where I've just have gotten juiced out with hazy, juicy beers, and I could see myself getting sick of it. I guess you would get sick of any beer that you could only have one of for the rest of your life. So, but yeah, I'd probably something like 394 or like Fortunate Island, something that's hoppy but really dry, crisp, refreshing, lower alcohol, so you know they're sessionable. You wouldn't get hammered all the time drinking it. And on a day like today, it would be amazing because it's another beautiful day in North County, San Diego. So, number 4, how do you drink so much and stay so healthy? Well, I've just recently started vlogging on my channel, and I've told you guys about my diet. I follow a plant-based diet, so that really helps. And the last 5 years, I got much more into fitness. I run a lot, I lift weights, and I practice intermittent fasting. It's one of the things I did. I've been doing that since 2012. It's pretty cool if you want to Google that. It's a fun way to eat your food. I think that's helped because when I got lazy the last couple years doing beer reviews, I didn't gain a whole ton of weight. Like, I could have very easily gained a bunch of weight again, and I mean I kind of looked bloated on camera for a bit. I will admit that, but I think my diet and my eating habits are how I kind of, I wouldn't say I was healthy, and I definitely wasn't fit, but I wasn't like some crazy how I used to be. I was severely overweight a long time ago, so it didn't get to be like that. So I really think my diet has a bunch to do with it. And I mean, I don't drink during the week, so that helps taking time off. Question number 5: Are you an alcoholic? What's the joke? Not an alcoholic. I'm a drunk. Alcoholics go to meetings. It's not a really funny joke. Alcoholism's like a big deal. So, am I an alcoholic? It depends on what the definition of alcoholism is. Is alcohol something I'm dependent on? No. Is it something I think about all the time? No. Is it something I need every day? No. Is alcohol something I enjoy? Yes, I love beer. I love the taste of beer. But I had talked about in the one Q&A that we did, if somebody made non-alcoholic craft beer that tasted the way that these beers drink, I would totally drink it. Because it's fun. It's always fun, to get a good buzz going, but I wouldn't need that. I could just drink, if it tasted like that, I would drink it. So yeah, I don't consider myself an alcoholic. I don't drink during the week. I can go months without drinking. I mean, if I went to the doctor tomorrow and he was like, you have this weird disease where if you continue drinking, you're going to die in 2 days, I would be like, I'd never have to drink again for the rest of my life, and it wouldn't bother me. It's funny though, because people will be like, well, if you don't have to drink, why do you drink? Because I like the way it tastes. Craft beer is fucking awesome. It tastes amazing. It's just like really good food. So, question number 6: What is your favorite ingredient? For me, it's hops. I love hops because that's where the flavor that I love the flavor of craft beer so much, and it's because of the hops. So I would say hops. I think Nitch said yeast, and that's an awesome answer. I also think bacteria would be a fun answer as far as ingredients go. I love sour beers, and I love the way that different bacteria makes different sours taste. That's really, but for me, favorite ingredient is hops for sure. I love the way beer tastes, and it's because of awesome hops. So question number 7: Do you brew beer? I don't. I never have. I really want to. I really enjoy cooking. I love cooking food. I've been cooking for, how old am I? I've been lived on my own for the last 13ish years, and I've really gotten into cooking. I love it. So I know I would love brewing beer. I think it would be kind of comparable. Cooking takes love, and I think brewing beer takes love too. People can kind of half-ass brewing beer, and their beer probably sucks. Just kind of with food, if you half-ass all your stuff and your ingredients and all your seasonings, your food's probably not going to be very good. But yeah, I would love to get into to home brewing. So maybe one day, we'll see. Question number 8: What was your first beer? Is this first beer ever or first craft beer? First beer ever that I remember having was Budweiser. And I remember being a sophomore in high school. I played varsity baseball, and one of our baseball practices got canceled for whatever reason. And so a couple of my sister's friends who I played baseball with came over to the house, and we were home probably 2 hours before my parents got home, and there was Budweiser in the fridge that somebody brought over. My dad didn't drink Budweiser, so somebody had to have brought it over for a party or something, and it got left there. And my sister's friends are like, dude, that's not your dad's beer. He's not going to notice if it's gone. So I remember we sat in our backyard. It was super hot that day. And I had 2 Budweisers, 2 12-ounce cans of Budweisers, and I was fucking hammered. Yeah, I was drunk from that. I was drunk from those two Budweisers that I had. And I remember I went inside and I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up when my mom got home from work, and I was like, oh no, she's gonna know that I've been drinking, but she never said anything. I don't know if she ever knows. First ever craft beer was Arrogant Bastard from Stone, and I fucking hated that beer when I first had it. I came home from work one day, and my roommate was there with his friend, and they had bombers of Arrogant Bastard. I was like, what are you guys drinking? They're like, oh, it's called Arrogant Bastard from Stone. I'm like, why did you buy that? Like, why are you drinking that? And they're like, well, because it's 9 whatever percent and it gets you hammered. And I'm like, oh, let me try it. And I took a drink of it, and I was like, there's no way I can drink this beer. It just killed my mouth. It absolutely murdered my palate. I remember hating that beer. I was actually going to do a review of that beer all these years later because I like that beer now. So I think that'd be kind of fun to talk about. But yeah, Arrogant Bastard was my first craft beer. So, and question number 9, who in the beer world do you look up to? I don't know if I look up to anyone in the beer world. I'm not like that kind of geeky about beer. I love beer. But I don't know if I have anyone that I look up to. I think I look up to homebrewers the most because homebrewers are the guys who grind and eventually start their own breweries, and they're the ones who are keeping beer alive. So brewers in general, they're the ones who I look up to. I think I realize how crazy of a struggle and how many long hours they put in, especially these bigger breweries. These guys, it doesn't have to be a big brewery, just these breweries who are really, really busy and that are selling a ton of beer. These guys are working their asses off, and I am forever appreciative and grateful for that. So I would have to say brewers are the people that I look up to, because you guys are the ones that give us the amazing beer that we drink. So without you guys, there would be no awesome craft beer. So that was really, really fun. I'm supposed to tag 5 people in this. So who should we tag? We will tag Mr. Nathan Ryerson, my beer BFF from behind the bar. I will tag Darwin from Darwin's Beer Reviews. Who else can we tag? 4 brewers already got tagged. Nitch tagged them. I'm looking forward to hearing their answers. Who else would do this? I don't know if these people are going to actually do this or not. Let's tag DJ. I haven't talked to DJ in a long time from DJ's Beer Tube, so we will tag DJ. Who else can we tag? Let's tag All Things Beer 510. It'd be fun to hear his thoughts on these questions. And you know what? We will tag Peter, the master of hoppets, because he is my beer bro too. So hopefully you guys upload videos. This was fun to do. You've learned a little bit more about me now and my beer stuff. So Nitch, you're awesome. Thank you for tagging me in this. And I'm sorry that this video probably won't be as fun and interesting as yours, but it was fun to do. So yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. I will look forward to all your guys' responses, your response videos, and make sure you tag people, because the BeerTube community is fun and we need to keep it fun. So I'm out of here, guys. Go Giants. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all